Diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) efforts often focus on representation, training, or policy changes. But when these efforts lack an understanding of power, privilege, and trauma, they risk being shallow or even harmful. In trauma-informed leadership, safety is not optional. It's the foundation. Without emotional and relational safety, people can't engage authentically, give feedback, or take risks. This article explores how leaders can integrate systemic therapy principles and trauma awareness into DEI strategies to build organizations that truly heal. What trauma-informed DEI actually looks like. Trauma-informed DEI is not about checking boxes or hosting cultural celebrations once a year. It is a steady commitment to creating emotional, psychological, and relational safety at every level, addressing systemic power imbalances rather than personalizing every issue, treating lived experience as valuable data, not an optional add-on, practicing repair when harm happens, because it will happen. This approach is less about what you know and more about how you lead. Bring healing into leadership. Join the Healing-Centered Leadership Lab to integrate DEI, trauma-informed practices, and systemic therapy in your role as a leader, HR director, or therapist. Why DEI fails without a trauma lens. Many DEI initiatives focus on content, policies, statistics, and training modules, while ignoring context, the nervous system states and power dynamics shaping every interaction. When staff don't feel safe, they shut down. Marginalized employees may carry unspoken trauma responses into the workplace. Leaders from dominant cultures may avoid discomfort to maintain a sense of control. Without emotional regulation and the ability to hold tension, equity work remains performative. A trauma-informed lens gives leaders the capacity to stay present, engage conflict, and move beyond symbolic change towards systemic transformation. 3 pillars of trauma-informed equity in leadership. 1. Safety first, always. Emotional and relational safety is a precursor to equity. Before asking for vulnerability, leaders must create conditions where every voice can be heard without fear of retaliation. 2. Power awareness. Leaders must unpack their own social location, how privilege, oppression, and cultural messages live in them. Power awareness is less about shame and more about responsibility. 3. Systems over symptoms. Focus on root causes rather than treating inequities as isolated incidents. Don't just correct microaggressions. Shift the policies and structures that enable them. Build equity that heals, not harms. Trauma-informed DEI is not a trend or checklist. It's a deep shift in how we see power, pain, and possibility. When equity lives in our systems, not just in our statements, we lead in a way that restores dignity and builds trust. Keep going. Join our Healing-Centered Leadership membership for monthly DEI integration labs. Take the Systemic Therapy in Organizational Equity (CEU) accredited course. Download our Equity Plus Safety Check-In worksheet for teams. Explore more tools and resources at tjackhealingrise.com and tachhealingrise.org. If this resonates with you, share it with your team and comment below. What does safety look like in your organization right now?